All right, let's do Gamescom opening night live. Let's go ahead and just pass it off to you because you already criticized my list. There's something that I didn't include
Well,
here that you're excited for.
I
What
don't
is
know.
it?
I don't know if excitement is the right word, but as said before multiple times on this show, like there's certain keywords that kind of pique my interest,
It's true.
knowing it would be a game that I'm not gonna play for a long time, but I'll play a lot of it.
Right.
There was one game uh that when it was announced, they started off. Uh, I believe they said it was from it was a shooter game, and then it was I believe it was a Korean game,
Oh, I know which one this one is.
and then it had that MMO tag
Yeah.
on it.
You know what?
So I sat up in my chair a little bit higher when Cinder City started getting talked about.
I look when I was building like, all right, so for the context of what he's referring to about criticizing my list, right? In Discord, I've got the hashtag to go to a separate channel that has every game announced, but on the main show script, I just handpicked like the main announcements.
Yeah,
I want you to know, I looked at Cinder City. I'm like, why is that one I feel like I need to include? But I didn't do
yeah,
it.
yeah. No, I was giving him a hard time because I looked at him like, man, he just got like the standard big name games or something, or the ones that everybody would come out going, yeah,
Right.
these games were talked about. Nah, man,
Cinder
they're
City
they're not the ones that made me sit up.
by NC Soft, baby.
I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but I'll play it.
Yeah, it's that MMO slop that you're that
It
FPS or not. Is it FPS or third person?
it. I
I
thought they
don't
said
remember.
FPS, but it
Okay.
looks more third
Okay.
person.
Well, what a shooter MMO
It
slop
just looks
that
it
he
just
wants to
looks
play.
it looks wild and dumb.
Yeah.
So I'll probably play it for a while.
I just made a short about this recently about like you were telling your friend that you couldn't wait for the next
Oh yeah.
random shooter live service slop for you to play for a
They
few
just started
months.
getting as soon as I started talking about this, I was listening to it at work and it was like they started talking about it. I like sat up a little bit. I'm like, oh, wow, you got my attention now.
It's time. Oh God, man. Yeah, I'll tell you, dude, I looked at Cinder City this morning and I was when I was building the script and I'm like, why is that one that I feel like needs to be included?
Yeah. No,
That's funny. But no, I mean there was some cool stuff. Like even the pre-show had it for me at least 3 games that I looked at. Like, okay, those actually look pretty fun. Like the one that's like stood out to me from the pre-show is Long Gone. I thought Long Gone looked really cool. Like I loved like the art style for it, where it's like the character was like very pixelized, but the background was more like a colorful pixel. It was like that survival game with zombies and stuff.
is that the
It's like by Outer Sloth. It's by Outer Sloth.
that doesn't help me.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I have some stuff I was showing off yesterday that I can refer back to.
Yeah. No, Long Gone was one that looked pretty cool to me. Also, didn't think that this would interest me, but there was just something so goofy about it that I was just like, you know what? This looks fun. Road Kings. Road Kings just looks like one that I'm gonna have fun with because as soon as it started, I'm like, this is a trucking sim, isn't it? And they started kind of showcasing the game, like the game, what like the idea behind it, where at the end you're driving into a freaking tornado, and I'm like, this game's gonna be ridiculous, and I low key want to play it. Like it's one that stood out to me, man.
There was one that when they started showing it, I was watching it and I was going, what the fuck is happening here? It's like what my because some of the games I put on there and I was like, I put a little note next to it. I was like, this might be a maybe, or there's one in particular I just put Zach next to
Right, right.
because
That's fair.
I was
That's
like
that game.
because I was watching it and I was like, Zach is all I could think of with
Right,
this game.
right.
There's one, it was Time Takers.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Time Takers looked. I
Time
wish listed it.
it was it looks so weird.
Yeah,
It's a team based team based competitive game. The only thing in my mind I could equate it to, like for the style of game it is, or at least for like the concept of how rounds and everything work, is the finals.
yeah. I can see that.
Just not gameplay wise, but game mechanic wise,
Mhm.
kind of maybe without the destructibility. But that's the only thing I could really compare it to. But it was like just when they had all the characters jumping in with all their crazy abilities and stuff going on, my note literally just said, "What the fuck?"
No, I thought it looked cool, man. But I'm with you. It was all over the place. Like, I went and wishlisted it. What'd you think about Death by Scrolling? I thought that might be
That
one.
game looks sick. I was
Okay, I
surprised.
thought that was one that you would like.
That game, there was that game, and then when they were talking about it, I was like, oh, this is super unique.
Mhm.
I was like, I have like the auto scrolling aspect of it. I was like, I haven't really seen a whole lot of it, or like personally, I haven't seen a whole lot of it.
Right.
Like the next day at Future Game Show, another game similar to it was announced.
Oh, really?
But Death by Scrolling looks insane.
Mhm.
Yeah, auto scrolling roguelike game where you have to constantly be on the move and look like you actually part of the movement is like having to go through like little maze structures and stuff to actually be able to get past the area before the scrolling gets you. Looks really cool.
Yeah. No, that was one of the ones that stood out to me, especially when, Jeff was kind of doing the build up for it a little bit. I thought it looked really cool. Just the whole mechanics around it, everything about it looked really sick.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely on my list that I made like for games for me.
Yeah. Neverness to Everness is another one that I thought looked cool, where it was like that anime looking like GTA game. I assume this is going to be like a free to play live service because I saw that it was coming to mobile. So it'll probably be some form of gotcha game, but I thought it looked pretty cool.
I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah, no, Neverness to Everness I thought looked pretty cool. Other than that, I guess the only things that I could really take away from personally is just stuff we already knew about. So like Chronos The New Dawn looks really fun. Still looking forward to that. Resident Evil 9 still looked really good. We got a little like element with Grace and her mother. So we got to kind of see that a little bit, and I guess like a little bit of a prequel to the game kind of thing. Oh, one that was really cool to me was actually Lego Batman. Like Lego games are just always kind of fun. But like as I was sitting there watching some, whatever, Lego Batman game, whatever. And I'm sitting there watching, like, wait a minute, is this the Bale movies? Like,
Well,
it's like inspiration.
They took a lot of inspiration. They said because they did like a interview segment.
Yeah,
And it's like they said they took inspiration from honestly all the movies
Yeah.
and like the Bale movies in particular were heavily prominent.
yeah,
But
I could tell.
and then we had then they said they took some inspiration from previous movies as well as like a lot of deep cut comic stuff.
Right. Yeah, no, I was watching it. And once my brain clicked and I was seeing like some Bale movie like inspiration, I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like, oh, that's neat. And then when there was like the news after it, what is my camera doing, brother? Stop flashing around. All right, calm down. And then afterwards, it's like apparently the game is like so much larger than Arkham Knight, and there's like 4 large islands. I mean, Lego games are fun. It's not one to ride home about, but they're just fun games. So I don't know. That's one that it's kind of neat to me. My camera's freaking out with the lighting, bro.
Get back. Oh yeah, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle getting its DLC. Still haven't played that game, but it's one that from last year. I mean, the more I've heard, the more I've heard people talk about that game from like various podcasts and stuff, the more I've thought about maybe I'm not an Indiana Jones fan, but maybe I go back and play it because it's one of the most highly regarded games of last year, really.
Right. And technically, it would be up for awards awards this year as well, since it came out in December. So it could be at the Game Awards this year.
A little. I mean, it's cool that it would be up for awards. It's a little rough that it wasn't able to get in with them last year,
Right.
and it has to compete this year.
True. But then we also had the big reveal at the end, though. New Black Myth game. New Black Myth game and the Wukong series still continuing as well.
Well, it's the Black Myth series.
Yeah, Black Myth series, and then the Wukong element of it, the Journey to the West, still continuing as well.
Yeah. No, that was.
Zhong Wei, is that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Zhong Wei.
Yeah, Black Myth Zhong Wei.
It's like
Or
a
Zhong
ghost.
Hui.
It's like he hunts demons and ghosts or something. He goes between heaven and hell or whatever.
Yeah.
Something or earth and hell.
Goes between worlds to capture gods or something like that.
Yeah.
Looked really cool. I mean, the cinematic trailer we got for it was. I mean, it was cool. It just showed the massive size and scale of it, similar to how Black Myth Wukong did originally. Uh, so cool to see that they like because obviously they've got plenty of plenty of property to work with there,
Oh, true.
but really cool to see that they're like continuing on with it and not just trying to stick with Wukong in particular.
Right, and try to
'Cause
do some other
The we
properties, some
we
other
were all
ideas.
yeah, we were all expecting a Wukong DLC, and instead we
Yeah,
got it. We got the new game announcement,
true.
which is, I mean, sick. It's like towards the end of the show, they were like, we got one more announcement." It came up, and I saw Game Science. I was like, "Oh, here we go!" And then as it was going, I'm like, "This looks different,"
Okay, this is not what I expected.
but yeah, looks sick. Uh, I don't know when it's coming out. I'll pick it up when it comes out.
Right. Yeah, that's one of those things that, like, now that it's been announced, it's like, well, it's gonna be a while, but you know what? It's gonna be fine. Just let them cook, let them do their thing. It's gonna be fine. No big deal. But I mean, overall, like, Gamescom opening night live. I mean, it was solid. It had some cool stuff in there. It just, besides, I guess, Black Myth, there was nothing that like popped out for me where it's like, oh my god, I'm like ready to jump to the walls. It was just a lot of nice like updates for stuff. Some you got some cool announcements throughout, but overall it was a fine show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a more fun watch than some of the showcases have been, but it wasn't one where I came out of it and I'm like, I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm excited for.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a whole bunch of There's a whole bunch of stuff that's kind of either not been talked about or hadn't been talked about in a long time.
Right.
And then a little bit of new spread throughout there, which was pretty cool.
Yep.